Hey guys, it's Karen V, and this is episode 1 of a new series I'm creating here on my YouTube channel called Body Recomposition. In today's video, I will be taking you to Fieldhouse Gym at the Park in Berkeley Heights, New Jersey, where I will have my body composition read using the INBODY analyzer. I'm sure you clicked on this video to learn about INBODY, so stay tuned for the answers to everything you ever wanted to know about this body composition analyzer. Today, the day I'm filming this, is Friday, September 10th, 2021, and it's day 1 of my body recomposition journey, meaning my goal is to decrease body fat and increase muscle mass simultaneously. I'll be meeting with fitness trainer Ryan, who will be administering the INBODY scan, and I will also be meeting with his colleague Tara, who is a registered dietitian. Between the two of them, they will be helping to explain my results, and I'd also like to briefly get their opinion on my goals and my plan of action. I will be reassessed every 2 weeks to see how I'm doing and if I need to tweak my plan. The reason I'm making this video series is because I want to spread a specific message to as many people as possible who are desiring weight loss, and that is, if you want to lose weight, please think about what kind of weight you want to lose. If you're like me, I'm sure you want what I want, which is to lose body fat, not muscle. And I think a lot of times people do end up losing muscle when they go on a very restrictive diet. The only way to ensure that you are losing body fat and maintaining or gaining muscle is through proper nutrition and doing the workouts. And I will be documenting that in some future videos, so stay tuned for those. Today's video will be focusing on my initial INBODY results. So let's go find out exactly how much body fat and muscle I have, and also find out what the INBODY analyzer tells us that our bathroom scale at home doesn't.
All right, so today Karen's going to do her INBODY analysis. So this right here is our INBODY 570 scale. So this measures body composition. So it does much more, and it's much more detailed than just a traditional scale is. So a regular scale just gives you your weight. This is going to go much more in depth and look at things like percent body fat, skeletal muscle mass, the distribution of where your muscle and where your fat is held on your body. So this is going to go into way more detail, and we're going to print Karen out a full report of all of her metrics. So she'll be able to see, much more than just her total weight as a number. The INBODY is a bioelectric scale, so it is affected by a handful of different variables. So it's really important to follow the same protocol every time that you do a measurement. So for Karen, one of the most important things is taking off any metal. So any jewelry, watches, rings, anything that you can take off. The less stuff that you have on you is going to give you a more accurate reading. So you're going to be barefoot, you're going to be wearing as little clothes as you can at that time, and then taking off anything metal, watches, jewelry, rings, anything like that. Another important thing to remember before doing your INBODY measurement is to try not to eat, drink, or consume anything that morning. So there is a chance that if you have food in your system, the INBODY could measure it as body fat, so you'll have an elevated number and less accurate number there. So just the morning of doing a measurement, don't eat or drink anything prior. All right, Karen, you can step up there and just make sure your feet cover as much of those silver sensors on the bottom as you can.
Do not grab the handles.
Cool. So it's going to measure your weight first.
Weight measurement is completed.
So from there, you're going to punch in your ID number that we gave you. From there, just make sure all your information's correct.
Then place your heels.
All right, so make sure you're as much coverage as you can with your feet. Then you'll grab the handles, place your thumbs over the silver.
Place your thumbs on the oval electrodes.
And it's going to be arms straight
Arms straight.
and arms apart.
Your arms must not touch the sides of your body.
All right, so it's going to start out from there. It's going to take about 45 seconds from when it begins.
Starting your INBODY test. Do not talk or move during the test. The test is completed.
Okay, Karen, you can put the handles down. All right, Karen, so looking at your result sheet here, so we're going to break down all the numbers that you can see on your report. So starting from the top, this is your total body water. We're not going to talk about it too much. It's basically, there should be a certain ratio there of where water is being held in your body, so there shouldn't be too much that's superficial, which might signal inflammation, just excess like swelling and water retention, things such as that. So in this box here, it just shows this should be between 36 and 40%. So yours was 38, so it's just right smack in the middle. So you really have no concerns there. All right, So moving more into the more important numbers that we're going to get from the INBODY. So muscle fat analysis. So this is going to show you in pounds skeletal muscle mass and how many pounds of body fat mass you have. So there you can see, so one of your goals is to lose weight without losing muscle. So this will be, your number right now is 60 pounds of skeletal muscle mass. You want to make sure as you're losing weight, this number isn't decreasing rapidly.
Right.
So that's where, like you're speaking about body recomposition, you want to lose weight, you want to have it primarily come from body fat percentage, because then you're going to look different and see more results. So from there, 60 pounds of skeletal muscle mass, 36 pounds of body fat mass. So we want to see that body fat mass number coming down, not the skeletal muscle mass as you're going, which is where things like resistance training is going to be important, weightlifting to preserve and spare muscle mass. So coming down, next box, obesity analysis. So this is going to be BMI and percent body fat. So BMI, we're going to look past BMI. So we're going to say you're in a normal range anywhere right there. But BMI just takes into account how much you weigh for how tall you are. So that doesn't take into account how much muscle mass you have, how much body fat you have. It's just a number similar to looking at just total weight. It doesn't tell the whole story. But percent body fat, you can see your starting point for today is 24%, which is in the normal range for women. So that's great, but that's a number you're going to look at that you want to decrease. So percent body fat and body fat mass. So we want to decrease that as much as we can until we get to your goal while preserving and sparing skeletal muscle mass. That all makes sense?
Yeah.
Each of these sections where you have the arrow, the line, and the upward facing arrow, it's based on averages of individuals of the same height and gender. So the middle is the average range, the down arrow is below average, and the up arrow is above average for, again, people of the same height and gender as you. In this muscle fat analysis section, another way to kind of look at it is just the shape that the end of your bars make. So right now you kind of have an eye, a straight line, if you were to connect the end of each bar, which is a balanced body type. And so if you were to imagine that your skeletal muscle mass increases, which is a goal you want to achieve, it would form more of a D shape. And that indicates like a stronger, more athletic type. The opposite, if it were to make a C shape and your skeletal muscle mass was lower, then that's kind of lower muscle, excess fat, maybe a little unhealthier body type.
All right, so moving into the segmental lean analysis. So this is going to break down your body fat and muscle mass by area of your body, so by segment of your body. So it's right arm, left arm, trunk, right leg, left leg. So it breaks you into five separate areas, and it's going to show you your differences in body fat in those areas and your differences in muscle mass in those areas. So you can see for you, your legs are basically identical. They actually are identical.
Oh my gosh.
So that's
Look
cool.
at that.
I mean, people might see for me this comes up differently because I've had 3 left knee surgeries. So I have less muscle mass in my left leg than my right leg.
Interesting.
Yours are identical, which is rare that they're the exact same number, but that's great.
The bottom percentage indicates if the amount of lean mass is sufficiently developed to support your body weight. So your goal is to be in the average range or at or above 100%.
In which I am.
Yes.
So that's a good thing.
Yes.
Okay, cool. I have 5 pounds of muscle in each arm, pretty much. They're almost the same.
Yep, so it's very slight
Very
difference.
slight difference. Okay.
And then this side, so this is segmental fat, so this breaks it down by pounds of fat. So this is your 36 pounds of fat broken down. So you can see pretty much identical in each arm, identical in each leg.
So dang, I have 18 pounds of fat in my midsection.
So of the 36 pounds of fat, 18 is around the middle. So you can see your highest percentage number of fat is around the midsection.
Yeah.
So that's the case for about 100% of people that I've ever measured.
Yeah.
The majority of people carry their weight around their midsection. And, there's hormonal reasons for that. There's genetic reasons for that. So around your midsection seems to be a stress hormone sensitive area. So people who are overstressed tend to store fat around the middle, which I would say is about 99% of people, especially in the United States. But
you know how those the apple and pear-shaped people, you know, more people are apples, I guess. Like there are, like with women, you know, we see pear-shaped people where they have more, you know, weight in their butt and leg area.
Sure.
But I feel like more people tend to be the apple. Do you agree with
for
that?
sure, yeah. Most people, the majority of people store fat from the waist up through their shoulders, which also we have another measure on the INBODY, which is visceral fat level. So a lot of our classic apple-shaped people tend to have a higher visceral fat level because it's all concentrated around the middle of their body. So visceral fat meaning that they have fat stored in connection to or around their organs, which has been linked to higher incidence of, you know, cardiovascular disease, all different fatty liver, hypertension, you know, classic kind of lifestyle-based diseases like that. People with higher visceral fat tend to be much more prone to having health issues. So your level of visceral fat came up as perfectly normal. It was under 10, it was 6, which is getting towards the lower end of visceral fat. So this is basically breaking down that you have fat around your midsection, but most of it is not so concentrated around your organs.
Okay, that's
which
good.
means that maybe you carry a little bit of excess fat, not a lot, but you know, a little bit, and most of it is not so concentrated around the areas that are, you know, proving to be negative from a health standpoint. So for you, it's something that's easily, you know, you can easily change. Not easily, but you can work on and make changes and see progress there.
But I'm a healthy individual.
Yeah, from a health standpoint, you're a perfectly healthy individual
I
right
just
now.
Want to take it further for my own personal goals.
Yeah, and like we spoke about, it's good to push yourself a little bit and see what you're capable of, as opposed to just saying, you know, and it's great to be healthy and you're like in a wonderful starting spot. But yeah, a little bit more accountability, a little bit more work put into it, and, you know, look even better, be even healthier, and feel good about, you know, kind of what you've accomplished. So here we're able to track a lot more numbers, a lot more percentages, and see the distribution of where things are changing. And at the bottom of the sheet, you'll have your dates and your times and your recordings, so you can see all of your numbers over time.
Love it. Thank you.
Yeah,
this is amazing. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
A big purpose of this video is because I want people to understand that weight loss, we really shouldn't be focusing on what the number is on the scale as much as we do, right? I am very much focusing on bringing down my body fat while maintaining or increasing my muscle mass. So my question to you is it okay that I don't have a numbers goal? I'm not like, I want to lose 10 pounds, I want to weigh 135. Is it okay not to have a numbers goal? Because I don't.
Yeah, I think that's totally fine, if not better, because you can focus on more fitness, strength, endurance-based goals that should help your numbers move in the right direction that you want to see. You want to see your percent body fat decrease while either maintaining or increasing your skeletal muscle mass. So as long as you're doing the things in the gym or outside and in the kitchen to help support those goals, you should see the results you want to.
Okay, good. Because I am done obsessing with the number on the scale.
Yes.
And I want everyone else to be done obsessing with the number on the scale.
Be free.
Okay, Tara, are you able to explain basal metabolic rate to everybody? Because this is extremely important and I don't think everyone knows what this means.
Yes. So your basal metabolic rate is the amount of calories your body burns completely at rest. So if you were laying in bed all day, just breathing and your normal bodily functions happening, this is how many calories you would burn.
At rest. Okay, so this is an important number to know from this analysis that we just did, because I need to be eating at least 1,442 calories to just live.
To live and to maintain your current skeletal muscle mass.
Right.
You need to probably be eating a little bit more, obviously, because you're not laying in bed all day. You are an active mother and woman and also working out. So you will need to eat above this number, but not too far above, because your goal is still to lose body fat. So to create a small deficit, but still have enough to maintain your muscle mass.
Getting a little personal, you might be wondering why I'm going on this body recomposition journey. And really, it's just a personal decision I've decided to make. I want to see what my body can do. I think it can do more than I ever thought it could. So, because my days of food addiction and yo-yo dieting are over, and I actually enjoy the taste of healthy and nutritious foods so much, I think I can do this. I don't think I'll have a problem adhering to my nutrition plan, and I absolutely love working out, and I'm just going to test my discipline and consistency. That's basically what we're doing here. I also feel that the stronger your body becomes, the stronger your mind becomes. And I have a lot I want to accomplish in my life, and so this is a challenge to help propel my life forward professionally and personally. I hope this video helped to answer some of the questions you may have had regarding the INBODY Analyzer. If you want to follow me along on my body recomposition journey, don't forget to subscribe, hit the thumbs up button, and also hit the little notification bell so that you don't miss my next video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.